and welcome. My name is Zoe and it's Friday, my favorite day of the week, not only because the weekend is with us, but because I get to sit down with my favorite people in the world, and that is my fellow musicians. And I'm super excited about who I've got in studio today. We have VectorField. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Now, first of all, introduce yourselves. Obviously, you're a full band of how many? Four?
We're a band of five.
Five. But we've just got two of you on here with us.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Now, tell me about the band. I mean, obviously, there's a few of you missing. So let's talk about the makeup of the band, the places, and where it all started.
So we have me on vocals. That's pretty much all I do. Band setup is quite easy for me. I take my mic out.
Yeah, I'm a vocalist too, I get that. Just stand and wait for everybody else to set up their stuff. It's fantastic.
Exactly. We have
and I'm Tanner on guitar. Okay. The other guys on obviously Dame's on drums, Simon on keys, and Dan is filming backstage. He's our bassist.
Nice.
And yeah, we're a five-piece band from Durban, and we like to play sort of a genre blending style of rock.
Cool.
Try and influence.
Pretty much anything goes.
Cool. And how many years have you guys been together?
We actually formed during COVID last year.
Nice.
Yeah, all started with a Facebook ad.
A lot of virtual practices, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's
Started with Daniel and I. I saw an ad on Facebook, and I was like, he needed a vocalist, and I was like, hey, I can sing. And so I joined him. We started recording like a little bit, and then we decided, hey, let's do a full band.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Awesome. I miss the band thing, hey. I really do miss it. I've been too busy having kids the last few years, so I do miss it. That's great. Okay, now VectorField, the name is very unique. How did you think of that? Where does it originate?
So I used to do physics in school.
Okay.
Not very well, but I used to do it anyway. And when we were looking for a band name, we were trying to come up with things that sound cool, and just like everything's taken. So you're just like looking online, hey, I got a band name. Okay, that's not working. So I was like, I remember something from there. So I typed it in, no name.
Oh, yes.
So I was like, let's do it. And it also gives the music a way to define the name rather than like the name define the music. If you have a cool sounding name, people automatically put sound to it.
It's the first draw card.
Yeah.
The definition of a vector field is the area around a magnet which either attracts or repulses something.
Oh.
So that's kind of the way music is to us. And either brings people together or polarizes them.
That's fantastic. I love it. That's fantastic. I absolutely love it. And I know what you mean about finding band names as well. Because finding a name that's unique, that hasn't been taken by like a dozen other people around the globe.
I think it's the hardest part of starting a band.
Yeah, we just have calculus videos to worry about.
That is true.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. I absolutely love it. The name is unique, and that's great. So you guys are based in Durban. You write your own music?
Yeah, we do. We sort of have a pretty unique way of doing in that we mainly work remotely, obviously with COVID and all that, and that we all have the ability to record from home. So we'll sort of start with a skeleton of a song and each go home and put a part to it and sort of try and
So it's a real team effort.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Very often in bands you see there's like one or two writers and everyone else just kind of fills in, but that sounds fantastic. You guys
Well, Dan and Khalil mainly write everything, so they sort of put the skeleton together and then
you
we'll
all
chip
put
in.
your own flavour into it.
It's important for me, like that everybody gets
their
an
own
input.
creative
It
input.
creates a very unique sound.
Didn't want it to be one of those group projects at school where only one person did all the work.
And everyone else is.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because you can't take any credit at the end, I suppose. Okay, that's great. And do you have anything new coming up? Any new releases? Any new material?
We just had a music video launch last night for our latest single, Without You. It's been going quite good so far with the releases. Our social medias have picked up quite a bit.
At VectorField, so check it out.
And quite excited for like this last release because it's something very different to everything we put out so far. It's more on like the pop dance side rather than the rock side, which is a new area for me personally because I come from being a metal vocalist. So singing and like this style
Stepping
is
out
still
your
very new
comfort
to
zone
me.
a bit. But
Very
that's good.
much,
We need
yeah.
to step out of our comfort zones to learn new things, I suppose.
100%.
And like, I know that, you know, in the past, if I talk to bands, we say, oh, where are you going to be, where are you going to be gigging? But I mean, you started this during a pandemic.
Yeah.
So, like in
think-
terms of live performances, it must be hard to get into that.
Well, we haven't gotten to that point yet. COVID has allowed us a unique opportunity to where instead of doing the normal band thing, getting together, putting together a couple songs and getting on stage, it's let us sit in the studio and define ourselves.
Yes.
So we've been able to like just go sit in the studio, decide how we want to sound, like decide our own identity before we start getting on stage.
Yeah, and yeah, creating the product. And
Yeah.
usually this is the kind of thing that takes so much time on
Yeah.
stage, trial and error, and you've done that already. I mean, I did see the music video you guys sent to me, was it a month or two ago, and I absolutely loved it. And that's why we're doing this. So I'm super
Thank you.
stoked for everyone else to see it. I was speaking to a few of the people behind the scenes as well, and we're all very excited to have it on and to have you guys with us. Okay, so just in closing, if you guys at any point start gigging, please let us know. We would love to support you guys. But we were talking about online and where guys can find you.
Cool. So at VectorField SA, all social media, sort of YouTube.
If people want to reach out in terms of booking you, or
Feel
can
free.
message
Slide
us
in.
on our pages
Yeah.
and
Oh,
we
that's
will
fantastic.
reply.
We obviously take.
And then we're on Spotify as well, at VectorField, YouTube, iTunes, everything. If you want to hear our stuff, that's where you go.
that's fantastic.
Pretty much run all of our promo ourselves, so if you want to get in touch with us, it's us responding to all the messages and stuff. So
That's
Yeah.
awesome, fantastic.
thanks again for the support. We really appreciate everything.
Of course, that's why we do this. As I said, I don't get to gig that much anymore myself, but this is my way of supporting local artists, and I enjoy it, what can we say? That's fantastic. But guys, this is VectorField, not VectorField, VectorField, sitting on the couch with me today, and thank you so much for coming through to us from Durban. It must have been an early start for you guys this morning. I appreciate the sacrifice, getting up in the dark and the cold. That's fantastic, thank you. All right, guys, so moving on, next we are going to have the lovely Hayley doing the weather report. And Hayley, I must thank you for the hair. My darling, absolutely lovely. She knows I never take the time to do my own hair, otherwise it's just, it's a mom bun. I'll show up with a mom bun. And after Hayley, we'll have Dion doing the surf report, and then right after that we have our very own Matt Williams here in studio, who's going to give us the sport report for the coming weekend. Thank you very much. Stay tuned.